KTM Demo Days ride. I am presently riding a 2022 890 Adventure R. And I must say, I'm really impressed already, and I haven't been on it 10 minutes. This thing is very smooth, very quiet. How much fuel we got in here? Okay, we only got a half a tank of fuel. And all that fuel would be down low here in the gas tank down there. So that's why it feels incredibly flickable. Just tips in so easy. It feels a lot lighter than its actual weight. Much like my 1290. It 1290 with, let's say, with less than or half a tank of gas or less in it, also feels lighter than its actual weight of 500 pounds on the 1290 with a bit of fuel in it. I think it's 478 dry, no fuel. So all of these bikes are enabled with the quick shifter, which there you go. That is super. I love it. And my 1290 has that feature, but it is not enabled because I've never felt the need for it. I don't mind using the clutch. Plus, I'm too cheap to pay the $600 for KTM to initialize it. Now, one thing I miss already, as I've just been riding around with the signal light on, is the self-canceling feature of my 1290. Oh man, this thing's got more than enough jam. Holy crap. I don't know why you'd want any more. The 160 horsepower of the 1290 it's crazy. I think where it would really show the difference is when you're already going 100 or whatever, and you drop down a gear on the 1290 and crank it. It still buggers off in a hurry. Haven't got this one up to that speed yet to see how it accelerates in, simulating already going 100 and got to pass a long line of cars or tractor trailer or something like that. Now, this bike, I keep forgetting and I use the clutch. But, yeah, this bike's got a bigger engine than my Triumph Tiger by a bit, but they are approximately, I'm not sure, this is 105 horsepower, and the Tiger is 95, something like that. Traffic, dang it. Can't really. Can't really let them go here. Now we're on a highway where it's an 80 zone. We're stuck behind people. I'd love to try this thing off the road, or at least in some gravel road, but that's not going to happen today. We've got some 690 up there on supermoto wheels. Would have been interesting to try that one too, just to get a feel for the engine and how much vibration it has, because 690 Enduro is definitely something I would want to have in my garage. But I don't know. This thing here is very impressive. It's pretty impressive. You might not need a 690 if you had this. Although, if I'm not mistaken, this thing is 100 pounds heavier than a 690. I believe it's in and around the 437 pounds that this weighs. Oh yeah, fourth gear roll on there from 70. It's definitely not a 1290. I would get into less trouble with this, I think. Possibly, maybe. Yeah, who am I kidding? Probably not. Get her up in a sixth here at 80. Rolling along at 3,000. That quick shifter is nice for downshifting too. Pretty nice. Oh, go this in, tips in. Just downshift here, quick shifter in the corner, rev matches. Yeah, that's pretty nice, that quick shifter, gotta say. That is pretty nice. It's 6th gear, 3,800 RPM at 92 miles, 92 kilometers an hour. Another guy up there with a signal on. Yeah, you don't need to downshift it. It still pulls pretty good, even drop down to 80. 80 in 6th. Just roll it on, it pulls away. Very nice. My 1290 never liked that until I put a smaller sprocket on the front by 1 tooth. So, the Harley Tour. Yeah, Blackbridge is doing a demo days as well. Suspension feels very nice. It's a little bit, it's a Adventure R, so it is on the stiff side. I'm feeling the cracks in the pavement, but I bet in the rough stuff would be great. I think off-road this thing would be amazing. And that's what I hear from people that have them. Down 2 gears, no clutch. Yeah. This might be my next bike. so far. Oh, and by the way, the brakes are awesome. Not much dive. It's pretty hard on the brakes there. Brakes are really good. One thing that is nice on the 1290 is, and I'm not sure this has that feature, I don't think so, is that the 1290 has the linked braking system where all I need to do is grab the front, and it does about 70% front brake and 30% rear without ever having to touch the rear brake, which is kind of nice. I think this one is not linked. Yeah, even at, like I know you can hold this thing wide open and just upshift, but even at quarter throttle, the quick shifter works pretty smooth. It's pretty nice. Coming up for some twisties here. False neutral there. You got to be a little more positive on the shifter. Come on, guys. I know he wants me to have a little more formation, but I don't trust this girl on the bike here beside me. I don't know her. Come on, man. Yeah, so what else can I say about this bike? You wouldn't have to do too much to it. Oh yeah, the seat. Definitely would be looking into a more comfortable seat. Now I'm wearing my padded cycling shorts like I always do when I ride. But this seat definitely is not as comfortable as my 1290 Super Adventure R seat, which has the stock seat. But I think maybe a Power Parts upgrade seat would be in order. The seat height on this is a little lower than my 1290. So I very easily can flat foot this bike. So, yeah. Flat feet on the ground. First gear seems low enough. I don't think that I'd want to do a sprocket change or anything on this bike. Yeah, very nice. I don't really think you need any more power. One thing I should address though is the amount of wind noise on it. It's definitely a windier bike than my 1290, but I think if you on my 1290 I have a kicker here on the top of the windshield. I think if you were to put one of those kickers on there, it would help a lot. Easily exceed 100 kilometers an hour in fourth gear, no problem at all. Probably in third, actually. So the motor is very impressive, I must say. Very little to no vibration in the handlebars, foot pegs, any of that. I'll be riding the